Ever feel like your body is a bit off, like off balance, but no one can tell you why, even when you are eating healthy, managing stress, and doing all the right things? Today, we're going to dive into an ancient system that has been helping millions of people understand their body's subtle patterns for thousands of years. And no, it is not a diet or another trend. I'm going to show you exactly how to identify your unique body type. And no, it is not about weight, shapes, or appearance. I will give you personalized approach so you can finally figure out what your body really needs, what it's trying to tell you, and have practical tips to rebalance and feel more balanced, calm, and well. If you're already curious and love taking action, there is a free quiz link in the description box to help you discover your body type in about 5 or 7 minutes. You can take it now or keep watching. I will walk you through everything in depth so you understand the why behind it all. Hi everyone, I'm Shirley, a Chinese medicine practitioner and a pharmacist from Australia with over 20 years of practice. I teach people how to care for their health using practical, safe, and simple Chinese medicine wisdom in everyday life, particularly through healing and delicious herbal meals, soup, and tea. Now, before I tell you all about what TCM body type is, TCM means traditional Chinese medicine. I guess we are all curious about our type, right? Like MBTI, the Enneagram. It is a natural way to understand ourselves better. But first, let me share why I want to teach this topic and why it matters so much to you. After having this YouTube channel and teaching my DIY Herbal Holistic Health course and my TCM Wellness Circle membership for 3-4 years now, I realized there's a huge knowledge gap that's actually sometimes causing people harm. I keep seeing two groups of people struggling. First, those who are watching my herbal recipes video, where I often mention whether something is warming or cooling for the body. And they ask, I don't know whether I am a hot or a cold type, or I am both hot and cold. I don't know which recipes to use or which Chinese herbs to use. Second, those coming to me saying, I feel off balance, but no one can explain why. Because my blood test said that I'm perfectly healthy. I have tried many approaches I found online, but they make me feel even worse. Can Chinese herbs help? Then it hit me. They did not understand their body well enough. Either when they experience the minor off-balance symptoms, they don't know what to do, or they were choosing approaches that work against their body type. I think most of us, when we experience the off-balance or minor symptoms, the first thing we will do is go online. But unfortunately, we're all bombarded with so many wellness trends or even like herbal recipes. However, the same herbal recipe or wellness trend that make one person feeling amazing will make the other person feeling completely drained. By the end of this video, you will understand what your TCM body types mean, why generic wellness advice often backfires, and how to make choices that actually support your unique constitutions. We are all unique. We need personalized wellness plan instead of one-size-fits-all solutions. Once you understand your own body patterns, you can feel confidence choosing approaches that actually work for you instead of following every trending video blindly or hop on from one to the other. Today's video will be a bit longer because I really want to take you through this topic deeply and without rushing it so that you can understand it all and apply it almost immediately. So make yourself a yummy herbal tea, which I will very soon. And also put this video on your big TV. Sit back and let's have a longer educational chat together. If you are the type who like to skip ahead, I have included timestamp in the description box so you can jump to the section that interests you the most. In this video, I'm going to teach you the why so you feel empowered and safe. If you are looking for quick fixes, this video might not be your cup of tea. But if you want to truly understand your body, you are in exactly the right place. Okay, so now I'm going to make a quick herbal tea and I hope you do so. And then we're going to have the very long chat. And I have all these beautiful tea bags from our family store. So I don't know why today I feel a bit scratchy. Maybe I'll do this. This one is to soothe the throat and then support the TCM lung. But if you're interested in all these beautiful tea bags, my family store have it. So I'm going to leave the link in the description box so you can contact our family store if you're interested to get some of this tea. So where does this beautiful wisdom come from? So for over 3,000 of years, traditional Chinese medicine has recognized that every person has a unique body type. And this concept isn't new. It's even recorded in one of the Chinese medicine foundational texts, Huangdi Neijing, the Yellow Emperor of the Inner Can, written about 2,000 years ago. One famous chapter even mentioned there are 25 different body types. We're not going to talk about these 25 different types, but nonetheless, in the text written 2,000 years ago, it talks about how true health is about staying in harmony, but with your unique body and the relationship between your body and the season and the food and the world around us. Let me have a quick drink. Now, fast forward to 2009. After rigorous research involving epidemiology, genetics, and statistics, and also many clinical forums with the TCM doctors from top TCM hospitals in China, the Chinese Association of Traditional Chinese Medicine standardized this ancient wisdom into 9 body types. So this isn't ancient theory floating around without any validations. It is a research-backed system that was extensively tested across hospitals and universities throughout China. Here is something important to understand. Your body type isn't fixed for life. In Chinese, it is called 体质. And while it is sometimes translated as constitutions or body type, I probably prefer to call it your body tendency because it can change, adapt, and evolve. Your body tendency is influenced by your genes, yes, but it's also by the food that you eat, your lifestyle, your environment, your emotions, the season, the weather, and even your relationship with people around you. Think of it as understanding where your body tends to go off balance. And once you know this, you know how to prevent it from going off balance, and you can rebalance it through your diet, your lifestyles, and emotional care. Throughout this video, I will use body type or tendency interchangeably, since most people are probably more familiar with body type. So you might wonder, surely you talk so much about body type, but how do I know mine? So that's exactly why I created a quiz for you to help you identify your body type. However, I didn't want to just create another random quiz. I wanted it to be based on research that had already been done. That's why I borrowed the original clinical assessment from the research that I just mentioned. However, that original clinical assessment has nearly 70 questions. Very detailed and thorough, but honestly quite overwhelmed if you are just starting to understand your body. It was also designed for hospitals and university settings and culturally quite different from Western English-speaking country. So I adapted it into a simplified version that captured the essential patterns, making it more accessible so you can get reliable insight in just about 5 to 7 minutes without needing years of Chinese or traditional Chinese medicine background. Please note that the quiz is designed as a self-assessment tool, although based on validated questionnaire, but the most accurate way to understand your body type is actually consulting your local TCM practitioner. I thought I just want to make it clear, the quiz is one quick step for you to understand your body more, but if you have more questions, please talk to your TCM practitioners in your local areas. So you might wonder, what are these 9 body types? The original research identified 9 main body types they found through the epidemiologies and statistics, but I have also included the 10th body type. It is the blood deficiency. While it is not in the original framework, this pattern is quite widely recognized and we often see it in our clinics. There are also books that I have found that they also included this blood deficiency, so it's make it to 10, which I also quite agree. The symptoms of blood deficiency are so relatable, especially for women, so I decided to include it in here. Okay, so now let us explore this together. If you recognize yourself in any of the descriptions, trust those instincts that you are not imagining things or being dramatic. Probably already done the quiz now, that you know what you are. There are real and understandable reasons for what you are experiencing. You are not lazy for feeling tired. You are not just getting older if you feel off balance. I'm going to give you a quick, very quick overview for all these 10 types so you can start recognizing the pattern. But don't worry about memorizing everything. After you take the quiz, you will get information about your specific type. First, we're going to start with like the perfect Body type we call balance body type or balance tendency. These are the lucky one who can adapt very easily with everything around them, the food, the weather, and everything. If you got this type, focus on maintenance and preventions, but don't get overconfidence, okay? So you still need to look after yourself. So the second body type is called Yin Deficiency. So imagine Qi is like the battery of our body. So when the battery is running low, you often feel tired, you have quiet voice, you catch cold easily. If you get this body type, avoid draining routines, embrace gentle nourishment. And the third body type is we call Yin Deficiency. Yin Deficiency is almost like the inner fire of our life. If you are low in that, so you will get cold hands and feet, you crave for warmth, you need warming foods like congee with ginger. And the fourth body type or fourth tendency is called Yin Deficiency. Yin is like the fluid, the moistures in our body. So that's why if you are low in that, you kind of tend to get overheat. You get dryness easily, like dry mouth, dry skin, and you also feel a bit restless. If you get this body type, you need to have gentle cooling and moistening. And the next body type is, which is what I just added, is called blood deficiency. It's not exactly the same as the Western blood, but similar concept. If you get this body type, you might have pale complexions, pale lips, brittle nails, and hair thinning is quite commonly seen. And if you get this, focus on blood-nourishing food. The next body type we call Phlegm-Dampness. So Phlegm-Dampness is almost like the sensation of feeling heavy. Sometimes it's invisible, we call dampness. When it's visible, it manifests as a phlegm. If you get this body type, you feel heavy and groggy, especially in humid weather. You don't respond to humid weather well. If you have this body type, learn to lighten up a little bit and also get moving, because moving will help to move that heavy sensations. And also watch out for your digestions, because weak digestion may create more dampness as well. And watch for your environment. If it gets too humid, make sure you use dehumidifier. The sixth body type is called damp heat. So this is like the combination of damp and heat kind of together in our body. So if you have that, you actually normally have more oily skin. You might have bitter taste in your mouth and you feel overheated more easily. So you need to clear heat and also drying the dampness. The next body type is called blood stasis. So don't worry, it's not the blood clots that we learn in the Western medicine, but usually people who have this body type, they tend to feel ache and pains, usually in the more fixed locations, and they might also bruise easily, and the lips might be a little bit more darker color. So if you have these, so you need to focus on movement and circulations. The next body type in traditional Chinese medicine, we call qi stagnation. Good qi is supposed to be able to flow smoothly in your body. However, for those who have qi stagnation, they feel that the qi isn't flowing quite smoothly or freely, just feel kind of stuck. So these people tend to have a bit of mood swing and also lots of sighing. They kind of do that a lot. So saying we need to have more movement, you need to move so that your qi will move. And then the next is learn to express your emotion, at the same time also manage that. The last one is we call special constitutions. So this one is slightly more Western type of body type. Is because based on the research, they found that this day a lot of people are in the category. So it's people who are very highly sensitive to environments and their food. It's more like sensitivity or allergy types of people. Before we go deeper into how to use this knowledge, I want to share some important reminder with you first. This video is for education and reflection. It is like having a thoughtful conversations about your body patterns. It is not a substitute for medical advice. If you have ongoing symptoms that concern you, please see your doctor. And you have already working with a TCM practitioner or acupuncturist, please absolutely follow their guidance. What I'm sharing here is about body tendency. It is different from a formal TCM diagnosis. Think of the body tendency as your general constitutional patterns and vulnerabilities, while TCM diagnosis look at your current presentations, your tongue, your pulse, and many other factors in the moment to address a very specific pathological state that require targeted treatment. Your TCM diagnosis might be slightly different from your TCM body tendency, but nonetheless, please check your TCM practitioner. Think of your body type as a starting point for understanding yourself better. My goal here is to complement professional care by helping you build your body awareness and start to explore these concepts safely at home. In traditional Chinese medicine, there's something called 调理, means fine-tuning, and 养生 means like life cultivation or health nurturing. So please approach these with curiosity and self-compassion, and always listen to your body wisdom above all else, and check with your TCM practitioner or your family doctor if anything is unsure. So now you already learned the quick rundown of the 10 body types, and you probably already done your quiz, already have some simple tips that you can follow. And I already know what questions you have, so let me quickly answer a couple of commonly asked questions that often come up. One most frequently asked question is, can I have more than one body tendency? Now you might be wondering, because after I talked you through all the 10 tendencies, you find that you have more than one, or your symptoms appear in more than one body tendency. Yes, absolutely. It is actually quite common. People might have more than one. For example, you might be primarily Qi deficient, but you might also have blood deficiency symptoms. Or you might be Yang deficient, but you might also have some dampness mixed in there, and it can be quite common. Think of it like personality. You might be mostly introverted, but you still genuinely enjoy social situations sometimes. Your body works in a similar, beautiful, complex way. The key is identifying your dominant or primary tendency. That's usually your starting point. And here's something lovely. As you begin to address your primary pattern with care and consistency, those secondary ones often start improving naturally too. And you have taken my quiz, I actually show you the primary and secondary body tendency. The second most frequently asked question is, can your body type change over time? Absolutely, of course. Maybe let me share something personal on my own case study. Growing up in Malaysia, I was primarily what we call the damp heat tendency, constantly dealing with the heavy humidity, oily skin, feeling sluggish and heavy, just the weather, unfortunately. When I moved to Melbourne, my body was okay, and I was younger back then, so my body was able to adapt to the changes of the weather. However, when I moved to Toronto, my poor body had no idea how to handle the very harsh Canadian winter. And at that time, I was a little bit older as well. The shock of the extreme cold actually pushed me towards more to Yang deficiency pattern. So same person, me, same genes, but the environment shifted my body to express it quite differently. This example shows how our tendency can shift with major life changes, different climates, or very stressful periods of life. Understanding your body type actually helps you adjust your self-care approach with wisdom and flexibility, and more importantly, preventative measure. For example, I should have known better. I wasn't expecting that. I just totally flipped. But I should have better diet in terms of like more Chinese herbs to support me to warm my body up, knowing that that could happen. That's one of the examples how our body can shift. Let me share a real life story that actually break my heart. One of my students read about turmeric and cinnamon tea for inflammations. There are some emerging research showing it has health benefits. It sounded healthy and natural, right? She started drinking it daily, concentrated form for weeks, and she feel good about this is one way of taking good care of herself, anti-inflammatory. Then, severe mouth ulcers developed. She was in so much pain, but she did not have any idea they were connected to her daily tea ritual until much later. In traditional Chinese medicine, this is a textbook hit signs from warming spices overwhelming her particular body type. She has Yin Deficiency. 2 months of unnecessary pain that could have been completely avoided with just basic body tendency awareness. If she had known that mouth ulcers are often a signals of excessive heat, and knowing that cinnamon and turmeric are a warming ingredient, she could have stopped immediately and switched to cooling tea instead. So that's the heart of it. Every person has a different body with its own rhythm. How it digests, moves, reacts, That's why the same wellness advice work for one person might drain another. The missing link is the body type awareness. So how do you expect to feel better in your body and know that you are doing the right thing for your body if you don't even know your body type? The ingredients are not wrong, but they are wrong for the specific body type. If another type of person who has Yin Deficiency, it will completely work very, very well for the cinnamon and the turmeric tea. This is where understanding your body type becomes so empowering, not just to know what to try, but to feel genuinely confident in knowing your body well. You stop being easily swayed by every trending approach and start making wise, informed choices for your unique body type. So what's a wellness trend that you try, everybody swear by, but it just didn't work for you? I would love to hear your story. You are definitely not alone. Before I give you more practical applications, let me have some tea first. It's already in the afternoon, the sun already shining, so the white balance or the color might be a bit strange. But anyway, it's a long video. So just now you already learned about the difference between a Yin Deficiency and a Yang Deficiency person, how they will react to ginger and the turmeric tea. So Yin Deficiency is not so good. It will create heat signs, and the Yang Deficiency people probably will feel good about that tea because it's really warmed them up. So let me give you another example. I have two members come to me with almost identical complaints, both experiencing afternoon energy crashes and digestive issue. But listen to how different the solutions that I give it to them. One member, let's just call her Sarah. Sarah has Qi deficiency tendency, so we switch her from her morning matcha iced latte to warm jujube tea. While people think that matcha boosts energy, while it's true, but it's actually too cooling for Sarah as the first drink in the morning because that can dampen digestions. Jujube tea in traditional Chinese medicine is warming and it acts as a qi tonic. So remember, she is qi deficiency, so we need to boost the qi. They tend to feel cold more easily, so we need something that is warming. Jujube tea not only can boost the energy, it also can support her digestions rather than slowing it down, especially for qi deficient people. I also recommend her to work in a shorter time with more rest period in between rather than just like non-stop working long hours. And the next member, let's just call her Emma. She has qi deficiency tendency. Usually after food, because she already quite stuck, the digestion isn't working so well, so she feel the energy crashes. So we added rose tea and tangerine peel to her food for better digestions, and both of them also move qi gently. We also introduced morning journaling to help her to process her emotions because qi stagnation person tends to react to stress more easily. We also change her from repetitive cardio to more expressive movement like dancing, and they both feel much better after these small changes. So same complaint, different solutions, but equally amazing result. The reason being because they are two very different person and they have two different body types. This is exactly why understanding your tendency can save you literally years of trial and error and prevent those harmful mistakes. Like my student, they have done all the tests and everything is perfect with their health. So there's no specific underlying issue. And even it's the same with any Chinese herbal tea or herbal soup. Always have to ask, is this for me? It's not that it worked for someone else, it will work for you exactly the same way. This is because we're all so beautifully and wonderfully different. This is where understanding your body type becomes truly empowering. Not just knowing what to try next, but feeling genuinely grounded and confident in knowing your body well. You stop being easily influenced by every trending approach. So imagine how many videos you watch each day that every day will have a new trend that's showing up. And you also start making wise, loving choices for your own unique body constitutions or body type. You develop this beautiful relationship with your body where you are working with it, not against it. So your next step is don't forget to take my free quiz, discover what your primary tendency, and get actionable tips that you can try this week. Link is in the descriptions, and then you can start paying loving attention to your body. Notice how food make you feel, what gives you energy, what throw you off balance. Try one small recommendation from my quiz result and see how it's feel. You will also receive an email series from me for your body type, 5 or 6 email every 2-3 days, so not too often, but as a gentle reminder and also encouraging you and sharing more tips in the email series. Your body tendency is like having a personal roadmap to what actually works for you. If you are ready for more and want a detailed roadmap for your specific body type, there is a $7 personalized report where I will give you the TCM knowledge about your body type, plus herbal tea recipe suitable for your type, lifestyle adjustment, emotional care, and even a simple health tracker. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for spending this time with me today. If you like video like this to learn more deeply about something, and then after this you would like to learn more about Chinese herbs, then you can watch this video here where I talk about the 10 herbs that you can keep in your pantry. So now you know your body type and you will know how to use those herbs. Okay, see you, bye. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.